Hi, I'm Isabella Demarko and I have a gold mine full of 10 years worth of hair product recommendations that people have left on my hair videos over the years. It's actually ridiculous that I haven't thought of sharing this information before. So in this video, I'm going to be revealing the top recommended hair masks by you, my viewers. I have trawled through 7 years of comments containing the word mask in order to compile this list, and let me tell you, it took hours and hours and hours. I didn't think it would take this long. You can see on the camera how my eyes look so strained. So do give this video a thumbs up if you want to show your appreciation. So let's start with product 1. In no particular order, first up we have Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Hair Mask. Briogeo products have been recommended a lot. Their masks were mentioned so many times. The Don't Despair Repair one was the most recommended out of all the Briogeo products. Secondly was the Superfood mask. I'm going to try to find the best value link for each product and link it below for you. So if any of these catch your eye, have a look in the description. There was one comment saying that the Don't Despair Repair mask was disappointing, but there's always going to be people that certain products don't work for them. But they're a very clean brand. Apparently they've got no sulfates or silicones. The price point seems to be around £25. Okay, another brand that was mentioned so much was Redken, particularly the acidic bonding concentrate. This one was mentioned the most out of all the Redken masks. I only got one comment saying that it didn't quite work for them and they have high porosity hair. Coming in very close second from the Redken line was the All Soft Hairy Cream. Overall, Redken has been recommended a lot. The price point is roughly the same. I'm seeing it for £25 roughly at Boots. Bring it back down to a more budget friendly. A lot of people were talking about Pantene. Surprisingly, I know. A fair few people mentioned the Pantene Intensive Repair 3-Minute Miracle, and also a lot of people were mentioning Pro V. I couldn't find the specific Pro V one they were talking about because a lot of the time people will misname things, so it's quite hard to look it up. I did the best I can with the time limit I had to prepare for this video. I'll put the prices on the screen as well. I got a few people commenting about the Bumble Bumble Invisible Oil Mask. A lot of good comments about the Invisible Oil Bumble Bumble line in general. And again, this is around the £25 to £30 price point. It is pricey, but people seem to love it. The next one is the Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and Yogurt Hydration Mask. This got quite a few comments on this. You know, funnily enough, 3 or 4 years ago, I mentioned the shampoo and conditioner of this line in a video and I really liked it. It worked really well for my hair, especially when I was doing the curly girl method. Since then, I've had so many comments about it as well. They also have a really good leave-in conditioner that I'm hoping to try next. I want to like get through the one I'm using currently. A few people mentioned the Manuka Honey and Mafura Oil Mask, which is the one that I recently bought. I talked about it in one of my recent hair update videos, but I found it to be too heavy for my hair. Another one which I was really surprised about was Loreal. A lot of people were mentioning Loreal in general, particularly their Bond Repair Mask. I actually was using this as well. It's like a sort of Olaplex dupe. A lot of brands are doing their own version of Bond Repair things at the moment. People seem to be mentioning this one. I can't say that, I don't know what my thoughts are on it. I would probably prefer to use Olaplex or K18. I've never used K18, by the way. Quite a few people mentioned the L'Oreal Extreme Repair Mask. The Davines brand has got a lot of comments in the past couple of years, particularly the NouNou mask and the Oi Milk leave-in treatment. Funny enough, again, when I made my viral hair cutting video, this was like 5-6 years ago now, the hairdresser actually gave me this product, this leave-in treatment, for free. I had no idea, you know, what it was, but it was pretty good. It was a leave-in conditioner. I did like it. The Eliza Vecca Shea 100. They said this mask, it's the best. Someone said, I tried Eliza Vecca Shea 100 protein treatment and it left my hair super glossy. It's actually not that expensive either. This is more of like a mid-range, but you can get it for a lot cheaper as well, so that could be a good one to try. Okay, this one I was kind of surprised at, but also not surprised at. The Garnier hair food. Sometimes the packaging has different wording on it. The Ultimate Blends, or sometimes it's known as Fructis. These were mentioned a lot. You have to bear in mind that because they're more accessible and they're more affordable, you can pretty much find them anywhere and they're cheap. Just by the nature of that, they're going to be used a lot more, so they're going to be recommended a lot more. I think I've used one once. I didn't really think all that much of it, but people love them, particularly the banana banana, aloe vera, the watermelon. Actually, all of them got comments. Almond one, papaya. I have heard really good things about the banana one, so I kind of want to try that. Next we have the Shiedo Fino Premium Touch Hair Mask. It's actually not as pricey as I thought it would be. I can see you can get it here for like between like 10 and 16 pounds I'm seeing here. One person said they recommend a better one to use is the Tsubaki one for low porosity hair. Okay, this next one is the most commented one for coloured hair, and this one is called the Overtone mask. When I did my video where I dyed my hair like red, coppery, I got so many comments recommending this mask. Quickly search up. I actually can't find it. Do you know what? I haven't had time to look into these fully, but I will put any information below or on the screen. But people were calling it the Overtone mask. I think you can get different colours depending on what colour your hair is. So for dyed hair, this was the like #1 option according to my comments. The Philip Kingsley elastasizer. This got 3 recommendations. I actually had this before. I got it in like a random Beauty Boots Christmas calendar, and I got like a little tiny size. And you put it on before you shampoo, which I found a bit of a pain to do. I can't remember particularly being wowed by it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it from other people. Perhaps I wasn't using it correctly. The Coco&eve hair mask got 4 recommendations. I've not tried it, but people have some good things to say about it. And again, they've been very big on social media, so obviously more people are using them, which is why they're getting recommended. Oh, okay, this next one, Innate Life. This was recommended quite a lot, over 7 times I've got written down here, because if it went over a certain number I just stopped counting. They're between like 20 and 35 pounds I'm seeing. Another very clean one, it's curly girl friendly. They're kind of more like a herbal brand, so this would be a good one if you're like very into your natural products. I think maybe just look into it. Next we have the Amika masks. This one did get quite a few recommendations as well. Mainly people were talking about their soul food hair mask. You can currently get these for around 20 pounds. Okay, another one that kind of surprised me but also kind of not, and we're going back down on the budget here, is Dove. Dove masks in general were recommended a fair few times, particularly the Bond Repair mask. Dove Bond Repair mask. I think they meant the Dove Bond Strength 10-in-1 serum and mask. It is just cheaper, and for a lot of people it works for them. Obviously I got quite a lot of comments about the Morocan oil products and the Morocan oil mask. However, when I started really looking into the comments on this, I found a lot of comments telling me not to support them and saying that we should start boycotting that brand because of all of the conflict that's going on. A lot of people don't want to support that brand. I don't really know how to feel about it, because it's like the people behind that brand, have they particularly done anything wrong? So I guess you can come to your own conclusion on whether you want to continue purchasing Morocan oil, the Morocan oil brand. I did really like their hair oil, I have to say, but I actually have switched my hair oil. I'm actually using this one now, which I really love. The Loreal Elvive Extraordinary Oil. The Morocan oil is really pricey, so I just switched to this one. The Body Shop masks got 3 recommendations. Olaplex got a lot of mentions, a lot of recommendations. It's probably one of the most like highly recommended products across my videos. It's like a very well-known product. I've used it in the past. I do think it's good. I've made a video about it explaining what it does up here if you want to have a look at that. It's a really old video and I was really washed out. It wasn't filmed very well, but the information in it is legit. Mainly I think it's Olaplex 3 that people mention. You can get Olaplex number 3 also for around 20 pounds, but if you do some digging you can usually find it cheaper. And also someone mentioned Olaplex 8. What is this? Bond Intense. The Blowout Professor here on YouTube has highlighted the fact that Olaplex is kind of like creating a lot of superfluous products. They've been known to keep creating these different like numbers and things and confusing things, and some of them aren't necessary, which I kind of agree with. And also of course I got a lot of recommendations about K18. Essentially the same as Olaplex. It's a bond repair treatment, but a lot of people actually prefer it. A lot of people say it's more intense, according to what I've heard through comments and various things online. Just over 20 pounds. I've been meaning to try it for a while, but I just haven't really got round to it. I might actually give that a go. Although sometimes protein treatments, my hair can react differently to protein sometimes. Sometimes it dries out my hair too much. Oh, Kerastase, another one of the most commonly commented and recommended brands. There wasn't actually many recommendations for their masks specifically. There was actually, no, that's not true. I saw over 3 comments talking about the Kerastase masks. I noticed particularly being mentioned was their Resistance line and their Nutrive line. Yeah, these are pretty pricey as well. Around £30, even more on Look Fantastic. Bloody hell, it's like nearly £40. I'm gonna try and find the best prices and link them below for you. Okay, now I got a heck ton of recommendations for natural masks, natural ingredients that you can make from home. A considerable amount of people mentioned these ingredients and I have written them all down. I'm going to list them off because there are loads. Okay, so we got natural yogurt, mayonnaise, mustard, particularly I think mustard seeds. I think you can add it into your own homemade masks. Gelatin, never heard of that one, but you can make gelatin masks. Fenugreek seeds were mentioned a lot. Onion juice. I was actually surprised. I had never really seen this comment on my channel before. Saw one and then I typed in onion at the comments and there were so many comments recommending like onion juice for your hair. Banana was commented a heck of a lot. Flaxseed gel, I tried that one. I actually love flaxseed gel. I don't make it that much anymore, but it's really good, especially if you've got curly hair. If you want a curly hair gel that's natural, flaxseed gel is amazing. I'm going to leave the video of how to make it up here. Cactus water or cactus gel. Cornstarch was mentioned a few times. Another one, I haven't really heard of that one. That sounds like it would be a heck of a job to get out of your hair. Rice, including rice water, which I've made a video about, and also someone mentioned you can blend rice into a paste, put that on your hair. Curry leaves, I get that one a lot, particularly I think you can get it like a powdered version, make it into a paste. And also a lot of people have mentioned curd masks over the years, as well as amla powder. Okra gel, I've never heard of that one. Only 2 people recommended okra gel hair masks, but okra, as far as I'm concerned, that's like it's like a vegetable. You can get like fried okra. I remember having it when I was in America. Really interesting food, but kind of reminded me of courgette. Aloe vera gel mask, loads of people mentioned that. Oh, by far the most recommended natural ingredient as a hair mask, and this actually surprised me. Guess what it was? Eggs. This was recommended so much, but also I am so scared to put eggs in my hair. I'm pretty sure I've tried this once and it took so long to get it out, but so many people recommended it, and specifically some people said just the egg yolk, so I might give it another go. Maybe it's the high protein in it that makes it good for your hair. But oh, and macadamia nut milk or macadamia nut oil are also ones that were mentioned a lot. Honey was mentioned a lot. Manuka honey, just using honey in general for hair masks. Oh, some people mentioned ginger as well. I think that's more of like a ginger juice. I imagine that could work well as a rinse, but also maybe in a mask. Chia seed gel hair mask, that was mentioned once. And also beetroot. That was only mentioned twice, but I'd never heard of that one. Would that not like stain your hair if you had blonde hair? I have got some honourable mentions, and these are all products that got 2 recommendations. But again, because certain brands aren't as well known, they just naturally won't be used as much and not recommended as much. But some of these actually might be good ones to try, little like underdogs. 2 people mentioned the Lee Stafford hair growth mask. Someone says that their mum swears by the olive fruit oil deeply restorative hair mask. They didn't leave the brand, but when I searched this, the only one with this name was the Khiels one. Khiels I have heard really good things about. I've had one of their like hair straightening creams and that was I really liked that. So yeah, they said it's her mum's holy grail. Her hair is extremely dry and brittle and she apparently loves this mask. The hair gets so slick and shiny. It's 10 times better than any mask I've ever tried. It's the only thing that works for my mum's hair. It's a 10 Miracle Deep Conditioning Mask. This got 2 recommendations as well. The Christoph Robin hair mask. I'm not sure which one in the range. On Look Fantastic, it's on sale actually. The Saranya Key Damage Repair Pure African Shea Butter hair mask. This got a couple of mentions too. I don't think I would try this one. I have learnt that my hair doesn't quite like shea butter. I have opted for a lot of like shea heavy rich conditioners and masks in the past, thinking that they will be better for my dry hair, and they tend to be just too heavy. They can leave my hair kind of feeling just like not quite behaving right. The Eva NYC Therapy Session Hair Mask. This commenter said, Isabella, you need to try the Eva NYC Therapy Session Hair Mask. I also have super dry hair, but it's been working so good for me. It's been amazing. Please try it. It's fairly cheap. Well, this one isn't. I'm seeing it online between 25 and 30 pounds. I wouldn't say that that's cheap, but I don't know, maybe she got it on deal. Oh my god, this one is 70 pounds. This is the Coral Purify Hydra Deep Moisturizing Mask. 70 quid. I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna buy that. I wonder if I can find it for any cheaper. Okay, I found another one which is the same brand, but it's the Deep Moisturizing Conditioner, and this is 30 pounds, but it's not the mask. Could there be a lot of difference to it? I don't know. But yeah, 2 people recommended that one, so if you've got the budget, you could give that one a go. See if it's worth the price and let us know. Do you know what? The comment section of my hair videos are really helpful for people because people are always recommending what works for them, recommending different products, recommending recipes for hair masks and hair treatments. So always have a look in the comments because you can find some gold in there. I feel like I should do another one of these, but maybe just for like shampoo and conditioner. So if you have like an all-time favorite shampoo and conditioner, please leave it in the comments of this video and I'm going to compile a list. It's going to take a long time, but I'm going to compile a list over the past several years of comments to find what are the top recommended, and I will hopefully be able to share that in another video. Don't forget, all the links are below if you want to check out any of these products. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.